everybody? Welcome to another BOMA Thursday conversation. Today is Thursday the 4th already. It's February, which is crazy. So today we're talking about the symposium, obviously. In the virtual room, you have me, Christian Heiner with Stackout Group, Jana, Mitch with Cutting Edge Landscape, and Ali and Kim with Fidelity National Title. So let's take just a quick few minutes, and we'll just go around the horn. Let everybody kind of introduce themselves and what they have going on. Ladies, how about you go first?
Okie doke. Ali Supay, Fidelity National Title, do commercial sales and marketing, and really happy to be on here. So thanks for having us today.
Awesome.
And I am Kim Merton with Fidelity National Title, and we do commercial escrow, and we are very excited to be on board with this.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here and being involved. Mitch, tell me something good, man.
Yeah, something good, man. Mitch Ainsley with Cutting Edge Services. Business is good. You'll see us around town all the time. We're also looking forward to the symposium. What I do for the company is kind of our out-of-state portfolios and business development and accounts, and things are busy. I don't know if everybody else has been impacted the same, but we haven't really skipped a beat. I mean, there's been some ups and some downs and some adjustments, but business is pretty good, I think, for the most part. I think I'm hearing that from most people, and so
I'm hearing the same thing. I know for our biz, we're busier right now for this time of year than I remember us ever being. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Because we're all looking at our crappy landscape and our cruddy, grass and our dead trees, and we're like, I gotta call somebody. So where's my guy?
That's your guy.
Wow. And it works out good. My company, we come in and design it. Mitch and his folks show up and build it, so it works out really well.
And we can close it. It's great. We're ready to rock and roll. Whoa, there it is. Full circle.
Just imagine what we can all do together.
I'm so glad to have you guys. I really am. Just that we can be lighthearted about it and understand how good things are right now.
I'll tell you a funny story about that real quick. I was talking with an outfit down in Utah, and we had recently run an email marketing campaign and had a couple of good hits come back from, I'll just say, a very prestigious commercial owner developer group. And they said, hey, Mitch, we'd like to meet with you. Let me loop in a couple of people, and can we do a WebEx call on Friday? And I was like, sure. These are like dream people you'd like to talk to, right? And so I thought, do I go into the office and have my background nice, where it's in the conference room with all the things, or do I just, I've been working from home, and I thought I'm going to chance it and just work from home. So I put up a background with our logo, for the company and everything. And then I get on the call with these guys. They manage a $38 billion portfolio, these two guys, and they're in ball caps and in their living rooms. And nice. They looked at me and said, so Mitch, are you just faking it? Where are you really? And so I turned off my background, and it was just three guys that had a conversation, and nice. It was great. So to your point, yeah, sometimes just getting real, or maybe that's I guess a consequence of what's going on, right? It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you close that deal, obviously.
Well, it'll come. It's one of those where, because so many players are involved in different states, it'll go over time, but the seeds are planted, and so we're sort of I'm in at a level above the decision makers, which is always good when you can get in and whatnot.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah, but it just struck me funny that here I was worried about our pitches and everything, and these two potential clients are just as chill as can be, and I was like, why don't we just relax and do our thing, everybody? Totally. It was refreshing.
And those are the types of folks you want to work with, man. I mean, people that are cool that you can have a conversation with and that you end up being friends with.
100%.
Right on. Okay, so the symposium is 2 weeks from today. Jana, how does that feel? 2 weeks.
I'm so excited, guys. It's becoming we just this week have doubled our number of registrations through the ticket app that we're using. It's so easy for people to register, and we went through the last 5 years or so of everybody who's ever attended and sent them an invitation, and my email box just blew up. It was like, I couldn't get anything done because it kept resetting and repeating more for the first 4 days of this week. Are there only 4 days still? Are we on Thursday? Yeah, we are.
Today's Thursday already, yeah.
It's Thursday.
There's really only 1 day left, yeah.
Very long days this week, but we doubled registrations. We're excited about the response that we're receiving from the community and from people all over that I have never seen attend our event before.
Yeah, I've seen those Eventbrite emails also, and a lot of people that I recognize a lot of the organizations, but not the people. And I've just thought to myself, man, this is really cool. I've actually wanted to ask you if our numbers are trending towards kind of a record, because it seems like they are.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
By the time the symposium rolls around, we'll have more people than we've ever had involved in a live event. And we'll probably
That's
have
exciting.
a number of people that we have at a typical conference just at the pickup sites. We'll have that many people running around, and then for us to then be virtual and to be able to have it, unlimited amount of people basically, and be able to do that. So it's exciting. I mean, it's really coming together. I shared with the board today just a clip of part of the pre-recorded stuff that we did with Christian. He was all dressed up, and he's our MC for the event.
Oh, looking like a car salesman, man. I don't like it at all.
Schmoozy.
No, I get so excited, and I know that not everybody's world revolves around this event, but you know what? We have some really great information we're going to be sharing with people, and it's in such a great format, so it moves quick. So people are going to be able to, tune in and find something they want to listen to and learn information. It's going to be really good. And we're going to network virtually at the end of it, and the day before we'll be in person, and then virtually at the end of it. So you'll get to talk to some of these panelists and really strike up a good conversation. So I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, and kind of like we talked about, the beauty of doing it this way is in the past when we would have the big live event, it would just live for those 4 or 5 hours and then it was gone. We tried to record it and had some recordings. We would put it on the BOMA Idaho YouTube, but nobody ever really went there. It just wasn't what people were looking for. But now we've been sending this out. I've been sending this to, just like you guys, we do stuff all over the country. And I've been sending this out to contacts and people that we work with in Seattle and Portland, in Texas and Florida, all over the place. And that's the beauty of doing it this way, is those of us who work outside of just little old Boise are going to get a lot more exposure than we would have, definitely would have otherwise. So I kind of like it better, honestly.
Yeah, in a way.
About that, I still miss everybody.
Well, that part of it I super miss. I mean, you guys are all extroverts just like me, man. And we are not made to be here in the basement alone, working on stuff all day. So
he's got a crazy look in his eye.
Yeah.
Some of us a little bit.
Jana, Jana and I spent a lot of time together. Especially right now, and she knows me, and I've the depths of depression that I felt through the COVID stuff, and seriously, just being here alone in the basement, not seeing everybody and seeing my people all the time has been rough.
It's brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's challenging, especially for somebody that does like to be around people, and that's your entire job. All of a sudden you're by yourself and you become an expert on Zoom. It's really hard to, get that relatability across. But I think that's why we're so excited to be a part of this event. It still has that interactive quality. And so you're still feeling like you're networking, you're getting to see people that you are excited to see, but it's also outside of your sphere. And so I think that there's like a really good presence nationally for BOMA this year. It's exciting.
Totally. Awesome. So cool.
We were shooting this CCDC video last week, 2 weeks ago. All my days blend together right now. But we met up with them to shoot the video. We're talking about some of the redevelopment districts, and I was talking to Doug Woodruff, who I've interviewed probably, I don't know, out of the last however many years. I probably interviewed him 5 times, right, over the years. And so we were doing the interview, and I looked at him and I go, did you go to a class? Did you do some public speaking class in between years? And he's like, you know what? It's Zoom. It's just being on it every day, talking to people. And then I'm so much more comfortable now in front of a camera. The interview was so good. He just
awesome.
He's an incredible human anyway. And you want that to come through. You want that to be, what other people see when you're conducting this type of an interview and touring. He was taking me on a little tour of downtown, parts of downtown. So it's just, there's a number of things that have been beneficial to all of us through this whole thing. And when we get in person, I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't know how to do it anymore.
I know, it's going to be so awkward. Like, do I hug you now?
What do I do with my hands? Like, do I shake? I don't know.
100%.
Elbow bump,
right, one of these.
fake lipstick, fake eyebrows,
right.
Your real self, and people are like, we'll be so happy to be together though. And I'm so excited about Fidelity and about what you guys decided to do. And I had a great conversation, probably like 45 minutes to an hour with Julie.
Yeah.
And she's like, she wanted to do an article for your newsletter on all of
Yes.
this participation. And so I spent an hour with her on the phone. I was driving my little boy to work, and I had to get him out of the car and everything, and I could hear little ones in the background on her end. And so we got to talking about, being a working mom and stuff like that. But she said, and she interviewed me about the whole event. And then she's like, okay, well, I'll put this together and I'll send you a draft. I didn't expect, like, the next day she had the whole thing
She's
together.
amazing.
Yeah.
She is absolutely amazing.
It was such a great article, and I'm glad that you guys are able to pump that information out and talk about your involvement in the community in a community event like this and a professional event. So I do have a question for you when it comes to that, and that's, I got a call or an email from Amy when we first started talking about this event. And she wanted a phone call. She wanted to know about the ticket sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, what is it? And I'm like, I don't know. We got to kind of make this up, because we don't know really. It's not anything we've ever done before. We put a little line item where people buy tickets online where they can sponsor and buy a few tickets at a certain level, or they could call us and come in at a bigger level. And you guys did that. And the support of people, since we don't have that line item, we don't have ticket sales where people are buying a ticket to come. We just needed to fill that space so we could afford the platform that we're going to show this event on. And you guys stepped up. You guys are our exclusive title sponsor, title company sponsor for that. And we're so appreciative and just so excited. So I just wanted to kind of—
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're excited to definitely be a part of it this year. We definitely
There's a little bit of
recognize.
lag. Maybe it's on my end.
No, you're good.
Okay, well, I
Real
just kind
good.
of wanted to know, when you guys were meeting and deciding, what made you want to jump on?
I think we recognize the value. You know what I mean? We definitely see how important it is to have these networking events, and especially in times like today, still being able to have these moments of connection with others is really, really important. And so we wanted to help, establish that and still be able to participate. And so we're really excited. So thanks for having us today.
Well, yeah, and like Janice said, we're super appreciative of you doing that, because as we were developing this event and making the decision as the board of directors of BOMA, deciding, gosh, is this thing going to be live? Is it going to be in person? Is it going to be both? We don't know. And when it became really evident that it had to be an online event, because so much of it has been that in-person networking, we all sort of decided that, gosh, we can't charge the normal, $100 to come to this thing that we normally do. Like this thing, because so much of what we normally do won't be there. So, we just decided we got to figure out a way to make this thing free. And without you guys sponsoring this, like, we couldn't have done it. And so literally the event probably wouldn't have happened without you guys. So we super
Well,
appreciate
thank
that.
you. My goodness. Without us and Jana, of course,
Just swooping in and just making it happen, right?
Right, Fidelity national title, what can we say? But no, again, we definitely recognize the importance of still having this event. And so we're just happy to be able to be a part of it this year. The networking aspect and the relationships in the community are huge to us.
Yeah. And the opportunities that BOMA provides for us as well, it's unmatched and unparalleled. So for us to be able to give back to that, we are more than happy to jump right in.
Awesome. Well, good. Well, and Mitch and I think I'm the one lagging out, you guys. I'm so sorry. I can see.
Yeah, my internet has been anything but stable today too. So maybe it's everybody.
It's the wind outside. So, and I had a similar conversation with Mitch when we first started on this. Cutting Edge has been such a big supporter of our organization for so many years. And, when we talk to each other, we're like, okay, we really literally can work with any budget this year. We are just we've got to recreate this event, right? So we're making it up as we went at the beginning, just trying to figure it all out. And when we kind of had a skeleton outline of the program, we had a conversation and said, okay, where are we going to put you guys? Where do you want to be? We're not going to really have a trade show. We're going to have this outdoor event. You can bring your table. You can bring your company truck. We're telling everybody to bring their company truck so that we can just fill those parking lots and have a lot of our members represented. And so that was of interest, but also where would we be? I think Mitch said, where can we do the most good?
Yeah, Jen, I don't know if you can share. Do you remember there was a point in time when we realized as a company, Cutting Edge, that our normal sponsorship probably wasn't something we were going to be able to do? And I think, didn't you tell me that in your mind you had kind of prepared yourself for, well, from the sounds of it, probably they won't be chiming in or whatever. And I talked to the owner. He's like, no, look, let's be effective and let's use this budget money that we do have and use it to the best effect. And then you and I got together, and didn't you tell me that you kind of thought maybe it wouldn't happen? I was glad it did. And not just trying to light on that, but look what Fidelity's doing and look what so many other people are doing. It's step up time. And once you find that whether your chips are down or up or what the conditions are, that spirit sort of shines through, right? With people that are kind of dedicated to it anyway, right? Salespeople or networking people. Yeah, there's a pandemic going on. But so what's the next step? We just need to learn it. We just need to figure it out and keep moving. And so glad to be a part of that. Super glad to be a part of that. Another thing I'm seeing a lot of just on the business development side of what I'm spending so much time in, I guess maybe the last 6 weeks is, and this is one of those little ways that BOMA adds value that maybe you don't take stock of all the time. When I'm spending time on LinkedIn, for example, I'm looking at somebody's profile. There's a little graphic that'll say, these people have experiences in common with you. And I've gotten in the habit of clicking on that. And more often than not, you know what it is? They're active in a BOMA chapter somewhere. And then it's like, okay, how do you quantify that? I don't think you can, but it makes me smile because that's a way to start a conversation. Or you instantly have something in common with somebody. That's value. That's BOMA. And so I had to squeeze that in because always wanting to demonstrate and shine a line on, where the value is. Because if you just kind of participate half-heartedly, kind of casually, you might miss it. There's value on all sides. And so that's one that is a favorite of mine just recently too. We're glad to be involved though.
That's so cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I get on LinkedIn all the time, and right now we've really tried to, and this is something different and new that we've done this year, along with what we're doing right now, and trying to share with people out there who are watching kind of what the event's going to look like and what it's going to feel like, and what some of the benefits are and why people want to participate in it. But also just the fact that I see so much of our event being shared on there. And that is something that we talked about as a board, wanting to make sure that the social media aspect of it, that we strengthen that just a little bit. And so emails, I'm sure you guys have all seen them. Okay, here's your text. Here's your shirt. Go on social media and create or share, tag us in it. And it has just created a lot more traffic for the symposium, and we can track that. So that is real quantifiable benefit to our sponsor.
Yeah, were you saying, Jenna, that historically our views were X, but in the last 3 or 4 of these, they've been X plus thousands, right?
Yep.
I think that speaks volumes to what all of us have been able to accomplish during this time, is we had to get good at something that was not expected to get good at. And so I think that just is a really big testament to what, BOMA has been able to accomplish this past year or so, and just really gotten good at social media and branding and just getting out there.
Yeah. It's part of the game.
Thank you, Christian. For teaching all the old dogs on the board.
Dude, I used to kind of be the youngest one, and I'm not anymore, and that feels weird.
Well, we've taken a lot of lessons on social media from Christian, and just on successful ways to do things. And we've been mulling this around, different ways to promote the organization, literally for years. We've talked about this.
Yeah, literal years, yeah.
Seriously, this has taken a long time for us to really wrap our mind, a long time for me to truly wrap my mind around what Christian does all the time for people, branding of the companies and things like that. And we are just so thrilled to be part of that. So why don't you guys, I want you guys to take a minute, Allie, or just whoever wants to talk about this, whoever wants to field this question, and talk about your company, first of all, the services that you guys offer.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go first. So Fidelity National Title, escrow is our game, escrow and title. And so we, on the commercial side of things, locally, not locally, we definitely try to have an impact in our community and work with brokers, buyers, sellers type of deal. And so this is a really great opportunity for us to just make more connections within our sphere. And so, that's where we kind of find value in what we offer. Escrow and title.
Is it my turn? Am I supposed to go?
Mitch.
So cutting edge landscape here in the Treasure Valley in Idaho, we have a pretty good footprint. We offer services that have to do with exterior maintenance of commercial properties. Landscape maintenance, this time of year, snow and ice management, that's huge. We also have parking lot services, asphalt services. So crack filling, seal coating, curbing, signage, ADA compliance for your handicap parking, but also repairs, drainage issues that you have, anything asphalt or concrete related is what we do. And we've got offices here in Boise. We've got a very strong office just west of us in Nampa. And also in Salt Lake City, we've got offices in Bluffdale and Murray and Denver as of last fall. So we've got our eyes on 2 other markets right now. I won't say which ones, but they're looking good in the Northwest somewhere. So we're kind of doing this, Ben Hilton's vision was, there hasn't really been a service provider company connect the dots in the Intermountain Western part of the states really well. The big boys back east kind of do that, but we've got a strong, not only self-performing branch system, but also partner of, network providers for us that work for us, and they're fantastic. And so what I do mostly for the company is the RFPs and the bidding and the estimating for projects, anything that's multi-site or that has a name on it. If you drive from one city to another city and you see signs that are familiar, yeah, those are the type of customers, brick and mortar, that we can take care of. And business seems to be pretty good. We've got some exciting things coming down the pipe.
Awesome.
Kind of where we're at.
And you guys, the 2 of you, your companies, and even Christian, you can be more different, right? And the things that you're out there and offering can be more different. I think that about all my little BOMA children. I love all of you.
Thanks, Mom.
But seriously, I look at this number of companies that belong to BOMA, and we have talked about this before. We're roughly 160 to 175. It's grown in the last few weeks, even just since we've been talking about symposium. In fact, I had a guy call me yesterday and joined yesterday because he got onto our webpage for the symposium and saw all those companies and was like, I gotta be part of this.
Yep.
They joined. But I think about, this 160 to 175 companies that are all doing different things in the commercial real estate industry, all different or competing even with each other, but we all come together in BOMA. And it just makes for a really, really good organization where we can build these relationships. This is exactly what, it's what I've always wanted. Just making sure that our members are talking to each other, and that when you're looking for a service provider for your building, if you're a building owner or a manager or property manager or a broker, you're looking for a service that you look to BOMA first.
I know Fidelity provides a service. Christian, you provide a service. My company provides a service. Would you say that decision makers, owners, developers, and commercial property managers, would you say that when it comes time for them to look at a service need that they have, that maybe they make it a little harder on themselves than they need to sometimes? Because you can just go to BOMA, right? I mean, honestly, and boy, I don't mean that in any other sense other than it's a complex, difficult knife fight of a game sometimes. Mm-hmm. But if I'm a commercial property owner or manager, that's a source that you can take to the bank trust, and you open up your directory, or if you're not a member, you haven't been a member for a time, get on board. And I think that Absolutely. Really could help. Would you agree with that? That's we love when that happens.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I agree. I think I receive more calls from out of state, of people saying, I'm a BOMA member, we're opening an office there, this is the service I need, give me a list of all your BOMA members who do this.
Yes.
And I receive a lot more out of state, I think probably because in the state of Idaho, especially in the Treasure Valley, people all know each other. They all kind of know who the BOMA members are, and so they make those calls. But if they would just, if they did have, I think you're right, Mitch, when it comes to it, if they have a need for a service, they should just call BOMA and get the list.
Yeah, you can. And it's not like there's one service provider in BOMA either. You've got a selection. It is a menu, but it's a good place to start. Why source blindly, right? Don't use Google. Call BOMA. You build, that sort of.
Well, and that's kind of the one of the beautiful things of it is, Boise, here in Boise, it's a small town, and everybody kind of knows each other. It's 2, maybe 3 degrees of separation for everybody. BOMA, makes that even smaller. I mean, if there's somebody, who's doing a project, working on stuff, somebody that I need to talk to, I know, I will bet my next 5 paychecks that one of my BOMA friends knows who this person is and can personally introduce me. And that happens all the time. All the time.
All the time.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, Scott?
Hi, sorry I'm late. I was supposed to be on here earlier and life happened.
No, that's okay.
That's how it goes, man. Totally.
Perfect timing, because we're just going around the horn, having everybody talk about their companies, talk about what you do. And so we'd love to hear from you, and then we'll tie that into what you're doing for the symposium.
Sure. Are we to me?
Yeah, go. It's your turn, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're underway.
All right. So I'm the president of OEC. We help people with their interior spaces. We help organizations with their interior spaces to build places employees love to work.
Yeah, you helped us. You're our guys for our facility there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Mitch, remind me where you're from?
Cutting Edge Landscape. We're down across from the fairgrounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Your guys are
From when we had, not last year, because we didn't have it, year before, from when we did a golf tournament meeting in your conference room.
such a great interior.
Or like comments on, hey, where are you for this meeting? That's cool furniture.
Yeah, OEC rocks. They hit it out of the park for us. It's great.
Wow, you guys are all so nice.
You, Scott.
What do you expect?
You've been waiting.
I'm talking to a bunch of assholes.
You guys are very, very, everyone's so nice. All right, well, thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's fun because people sometimes come in and they're like, oh my gosh, what is this place?
Right.
This is really cool. This looks like Google.
You're like,
I kind of broke the rules though with the showroom because I ordered this I'm in my office and I have this gigantic Napoleon, and so I kind of broke the rules, but it's a little private office on the corner. So our design manager was like, okay, I guess if you have to put Napoleon in, you can put him in the corner over there.
okay, well, before we're going to move on to something, but before we do, I want to just say that the BOMA set that you guys helped us put together to record all of the interviews that we did down at Boise Center, that set of furniture was so
Looks
cool.
good.
Yeah, that was cool. It's all West Elm. It's cool stuff. So thank you. That it looked good.
Yeah, the colors, everything. I mean, it looks so good. We posted some pictures online, but just when we run the interviews and you see some of these panel discussions, the furniture ties into the logo for one of the companies. I mean, just so good. Everything just came together really nicely. So you guys not only were our furniture sponsor, which you did that last year as well down at the center.
Yeah.
So we did that in the studio, but also you guys came in as a gold sponsor, so you could, get outside and do the trade show with us. And what made you want to do that?
So, BOMA attendees are kind of our target audience.
Yep.
That's how I like to do our marketing dollars that we have. I love to do events specifically with our target audience. So
that worked out well for us.
Yeah.
Well, we're thrilled to have you guys on there.
Thank you.
And
the only thing with the furniture that I was sort of disappointed with was we didn't have to have we couldn't get anybody to sit on the stump. I wanted somebody on the stump.
Hey, you get the stump.
Yeah.
That's what you do if someone gives a bad answer.
I tried to talk Trevor into moderating from the stump, but he wouldn't do it.
Standing there. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my word. No.
But I tried.
He tried. He really did. He was like, is nobody gonna sit on the stump? I was like, seriously, it's
not so bad. It's not so bad.
Gosh.
Here,
you sit here on the stump for 40 minutes and let's talk about
Totally.
While you're sitting on the stump. Well, we are so glad that you're all here. We're so glad that you guys are part of the event. We're so thankful that your companies are so diverse and just, provide such different things for our members. And we're looking so forward to this event. We're looking so forward to gathering people together. Such good timing for our state then to move to stage 3. So people, even if we wanted to be indoors or if we had to be indoors, we could. But judging from registrations at this point, we're going to have a lot more than 50 at these sites to get their BOMA box and their BOMA swag. and they're going to see you guys and, you know, bump elbows, whatever, with you guys, and just, yep, fist bump, whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to just be together, be able to reestablish those relationships, create those. That's what it's all about. The networking, the relationships. That's how we build our businesses. That's how BOMA builds our brand and our association, by, you know, attracting people to become members. And one of the benefits of that for the companies that join is that you build your businesses, and you personally and professionally build your life as well. So this whole thing is just good for everybody. I'm just so excited about it. I hope everyone finds value in it. And I'm really glad that you guys are all part of it. So as parting words, oh, Mitch is getting a picture. Hi.
You can tell any of us, but it's fine.
Y'all with your mouths open.
Perfect.
But now I totally lost my train of thought, but it's okay. Because I know it was about BOMA. That's what I've been living and breathing.
I've got a plug. I can go just for a moment. So there's a super special fall event that ends every year within BOMA also. It's a golf tournament. And look, it's a ways out, right? It's usually the second week in September. But first being properties, right, the chairman for that committee, and there's much to be done. There is actually a rumor building that maybe it'll be in person by then. Wouldn't that be great? And so we'd like to, you didn't have it this last. I look forward to that. Also sponsors and viewer.
Oh, it's great. I'm glad I did. Hey, you know what? That's a sign of a good board member right there. You're always thinking about your cause, right, for the board. But, you know, we're starting ahead of the game for 21 because we had a sold out field pretty much of sponsors for that. There's still lots of room for us to be creative. And I think people are a lot more flexible and a lot more open to that now. It's not just
I think so.
Sponsorship. It's like, hey, let's create something for you to come out and be part of it. And so we look forward to that. We're about half full, I think, as far as players go. We ended about half full before we finally pulled the plug on it in the fall and rolled it forward. So we got half a field of golfers. We just got to fill it up. We'll be pushing that later on in the year, but
it'd be great.
Yeah, I think I think it's great to talk about that. So everybody on this call, you're all on the hook.
Yeah, let's keep in touch, guys.
That's marketing. No, we really appreciate you guys for taking the time out today, for joining with us. I know that, you know, this is a new thing that we've started doing. It seems to be going well for us. And it seems to be going well for the sponsors that join with us to talk about this event and to talk about our association and what our plans are. So I'm just really excited about it. I'm excited that you guys decided to come on board with us.
Well, thank you for having us today. Appreciate it.
To be here.
Good to meet you, Kim and Allie and Scott.
Nice to meet you guys too.
You
What
as well.
company are you with, Allie?
Fidelity National Title.
Okay, Fidelity National Title.
Yep. Look at networking while we're on
Alrighty.
this. This is great news.
Real-time networking. Now you know to call and talk
Yes.
to Scott over at OEC. They are great for if you've never been to their showroom, it's fantastic. It's like it's just a whole, everything you want in one.
We did a whole refresh right before COVID. We were going to do open houses and everything, and then we did this giant refresh, and then no one ever saw it. Yeah, since you've been here, we did a ton of changes.
Yeah, I need to come back. I was like, I want that and that.
Once the event's over, then I'll kick in an invite to come see our change, and anyone who would be interested in coming to see.
I'll take a field trip. That sounds fun.
Offices of tomorrow, then it's kind of a fun tour.
Okay.
See, now we've already got the next 6 months of activities planned.
Just making it happen here.
Well, Christian, thanks for hosting us today.
Hey, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks everyone
you.
for being here. I appreciate it. And kind of like Jenna said, I mean, once the symposium's over, this is a thing we'll probably keep doing. Just because so many people have been asking us, what's going on with BOMA, and this is just kind of a fun, easy way to, let people listen in on, what's happening. So And yeah, we have the forum built out, and yeah, I mean, we can come on and talk about business stuff, networking, BOMA stuff, whatever, any old time. So this is kind of fun.
Perfect.
Okay, well, thanks everybody.
All right, well,
Hey,
thank
talk to
you
y'all
guys.
soon.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.